Well, today on this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the price hikes from the US Mint. Coin World magazine had put out an article kind of outlining the across the board price hikes on all new 2023 product. Most of them. I would say just about all of the what I consider to be the most relevant products. And then any of the newer coins and commemoratives and medals and things of that nature will just release as planned at that particular price point. But are we talking about the end of the easy, free profits that we all know and love? I mean, we all know the US Mint isn't putting anything out extraordinary. Now, if we're comparing this to 2019 Enhanced Reverse Silver Eagles and V75 Silver and Gold Eagles and West Point Quarters of 2019 and 20 and things like that. Yeah, I mean, all that stuff is all of the innovative stuff that you want to chase are virtually non-existent. The U.S. Mint returning to the fold this year are Peace and Morgan dollars. They're even doing a specialty kind of like a two-piece, what is it, reverse proof series. And the buzz has been very light on it. Very, very light. As a matter of fact, you could still, to this day, go onto the US Mint website and sign up for the subscription of all those coins. If you wanted to, you could certainly do that. However, they are still available, which is kind of strange for something that was so highly anticipated 2 years ago. I mean, you guys remember this. 2021 was the year when these things were going to shake up the market. And it turned out it didn't. It did the exact opposite. And the coins got expensive until they didn't get expensive anymore. And now they're re-releasing it for 2023. I don't know. I don't have particularly high hopes for the program. Maybe they should have just leave well enough alone. But they want to continue to crank those things out till the end of time and make it a part of the normal year in, year out release. You know, we could be sitting here at the year 2050, and I would have no doubt in my mind that they would be releasing that same product along with the Silver Eagles and everything like that. So I received this. All right, this has kind of been like a little bit of the topic of debate last year. Let's go ahead and open this up. Yeah, this is how it's packaged right here. A little bit of play, a little bit of room. So this right here that I'm about ready to open up was the last final US Mint product that you could have bought last year and have 3x your money. We're going to talk about what the market is for these coins right here in a few minutes. But let's go ahead and open this. I've been waiting to open this. I was either going to open it in this video or do a separate, completely separate video. Little pull tab right there. So, ooh. There you go. Does that give you guys any hints? Yes, it should. Because people were fighting each other over these things last year. We have Bessie Coleman, Denver. This is a full roll of 2023 Bessie Coleman quarters. All right, so we did get one of those. We also got Philadelphia in the house. So we did get a Philadelphia roll. There you go. Obverse. Reverse. Huh. Interesting. Could there be any of those errors that we've seen already on there? The little die chip on the top of the plane. The die scratch coming out of Bessie's mouth in the fields, making it look like she's spitting a little tobacco. I don't know. And then finally, the one roll that a lot of people want out of this The business strike S-Mint, limited quantities of this roll. If you did the numbers, just over 300,000 S-Mint Bessie Coleman 2023s were produced. All right, so there's the front of the roll, and then the back of the roll has also Obverse Washington on there as well. All right, so these, if you guys remember, the 3 rolls last year when these first came out, the Maya Angelou's were selling for around $200 on average for the 3 rolls. And the big topic of the conversation with these is that the S-Mints were limited production. They were low mintage. We're talking 300,000 pieces produced, that's pretty gosh darn low for what it is. And that was that was the big thing out of this release for I would say the Maya Angelou and the Sally Rides. And then things started to taper off once we got to Wilma Mankiller. People just didn't see paying $200 for 3 rolls of BU uncirculated quarters was feasible at the time, but it was something that you could have relied upon all the way up to Anime Wong, which is the last American Women quarter design for last year. These were still selling for about $110 to $120 on the secondary market. Now, let's flip the calendar to 2023. We got Bessie Coleman. Now, I'm not going to show you any screenshots because you guys can go on the eBay and check these out for yourself. But if I typed in 2023 Bessie Coleman rolls, and I'm going to put 3 in there and, see what it comes up. All right, there are people that are still trying to sell these for about 3x. Now, here's a little bit of a rub. Now, as you guys had noticed at the beginning of this video, I had mentioned that CoinWorld did an article, which you can still go on there. They did it a few days ago, where a certain amount of product, like I would say, I'm looking at this list and there's like 20 items on here. It's like their most popular selling stuff. Across the board price hikes. So for the 3 roll set, these were $54 in 2022. This year, they're $60. 10% price increase. Here's a few of the others right now that we could see. The Proof 2023 W Silver Eagle went from $73 to $80. All right, the S-Mint Proof of that same coin went from $73 as well to $80. The 2023 S Proof set went from $32 to $35, which is another $3. In 2022, I believe there was no price increase on any of the products, but we saw price increases 2-3 years before that consecutively. The Silver Proof set, ooh, man, this one had jumped up. And this is kind of like more of like a classic case of we just don't have the silver to produce these. The 2023 Silver Proof set went from $105, which, believe me, a lot of people had real big issues paying $105 for a Silver Proof set, where the only coins in there that are silver are the 5 American Women quarters, the $50, and the dime. So that's 7 coins. $105 was the original price last year. $130 is what it bumped up to in 2023. The limited edition Silver Proof set that's usually released toward the tail end of the year went from $201 to $220. And then there's a few others. They got the Proof Morgan dollar is at $80. Inaugural year, first time that I suppose that they're releasing it as a regular kind of silver piece. But those are kind of like the most notable and largest price increases, not to mention the 3 roll sets, including the San Francisco roll of any of the American Women quarters for 2023. No longer $54, they are now $60. Okay, so people are still trying to sell these things for roughly double issue price of these quarters. Okay, that's perception. The reality, and I'm going to give you the last 3 sales, most recent to this video. February 20th, a 3-roll set. Now, I'm not adding shipping, so that way you guys can see the actual base cost of what these are going for. $89. Another one before that sold today as well. 3 rolls, PDNS, $80 for with 18 bids. And then another one before that sold for $76 with 15 bids. Now, granted, they're charging $10 for shipping, which I think is okay. That's going to work for what we got here. However, you have to put into perspective the overall economics and the money that's involved with this. There's virtually no more profit in these. But when you look at all the other mid product from a very ho-hum 2022 and this year, that was it. That's the last resort, ladies and gentlemen. These were the last coins to ever have a modicum of a secondary market, and they no longer have that. So, for instance, if you did sell your 3 rolls for $80, okay, not including shipping, you got to take 13% off that, or 14%, or whatever the eBay fees are. That's going to put you pretty gosh darn close to what issue price is. You're going to end up making what, $3, $4, $5? Yeah, that's nothing. But what ultimately went wrong here? I think the people that wanted to get these but did not want to do the subscription program, where if you did do and participated and signed up for the subscription program, you were locked into getting these. But people were pissed off about that because they just wanted to buy certain select American women quarters. They wanted to go there onto the US Mint website at the day of release, go on there and then order the 3-roll set, or maybe the 2-roll set of the P&D, or maybe the 100 count bag of just Philadelphia's, and just buy that. But the US Mint had pre-fulfilled all of the subscriptions, thereby cannibalizing the overall customer service experience by not having reserve supply available. It's okay that the S-Mint, they doubled the output at 600,000 coins. At the very least, they would have had quantity to sell through the US Mint website on the morning of release for each of these. Again, this is another classic case. And, I know the US Mint and the director is trying really hard, but they're not, there's no clairvoyance, there's no vision, there's none of this stuff when it comes to the satisfaction of the customers. Now, at the end of the day, all these folks, the people, the higher ups at the US Mint can say, well, we don't need to have a US Mint store. We don't need to cater to collectors. We could close this and save all sorts of taxpayer money, or whatever it's allocated or how it's allocated, and just not sell these anymore. But they have to realize they have a storefront where they accept credit card payments, and there has to be some sort of customer service involved in it. That's just how you get into it. That's what you have to do, as long as you have a customer-facing website with product that you're selling for way above what face value is on these things, or melt value, or what have you. There just needs to be. And they're not doing it again this year with these things. There's still going to be the pitiful small mintage coins, but people don't want these anymore. They don't want them for a premium. And I guess in a way that's okay, but at the same time, there's less interest in folks trying to grab these because of a very sour and very salty situation from what we've seen from the US Mint. Not just last year, but going back through the Morgan and Peace debacle in 2021 with that whole pre-sale mess, and it just didn't work out, and the coins came back really bad quality. You guys get the big idea. And with the kind of like stale lineup of coins that the US Mint is releasing here in the foreseeable future, I don't think it's going to be changing any. There's just no competitive secondary market culture that's going to be happening with any US Mint product for the foreseeable future. You know, unlike some of the other coins that we're seeing from some of the worldwide mints, where they actually give a care about releasing, you know, coins that people really do want to collect. The US Mint, it's just not happening here. So that's why I wanted to talk about um, the US Mint prices. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, there's no reciprocation to any of this. You know, you could raise the prices all you want, but if you're not doing enough on your side to either get more inventory or to enhance the quality or to better the overall experience for a customer, then there's just no need to sell these, you know. So that's why I wanted to talk about. Sorry to bend your guys' ear way too backwards on this one. But yeah, it's something that I've noticed. And I received these 3 rolls just last week, a few days ago. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give these 3 rolls away. All right. I'm going to give away each one of my allocated rolls because I signed up for the subscription for these. I'm going to be giving these away here real soon. I will let you guys know how you can participate in the giveaway for these 3 rolls. Again, you know, we have a value of about $60 here because that's what I paid for these. It'll even come with the original box. All right, albeit it's open. You know, gator teeth. You know, right there. PDNS still says that. I did not reproduce this box by any means, so it's the real deal. But anyways, that's what I want to talk about. So there you go. That's the PDS Bessie Coleman's. We'll be going to a new home here in the very near future, and I will let you guys know how you can take part in that here real soon. Come join us on our live coin Q&A event this evening, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on the live coin Q&A channel. We got some big ones. Did someone actually find a 1969S Lincoln? Another one on our channel? Be still, my beating heart. Oh, and this rings true to this day. Do not overpay. You know, wake up, people. Don't do it. There should be some relaxing of the prices here real soon. So don't overdo it. All right. Enjoy the hobby, as did I. And everything will come naturally. See you guys.